You can balance.
We're live. That's what it's saying right there. Oh my gosh, this is so weird to be live right now.
I know. It's Friday night.
It's funny. I'm never live on Fridays. Normally, I'm on the couch over there in my jammies, which I may still have pajamas on the bottom. Let's be honest, but
I might be in my pajamas also.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
No, there's not. It's 10:02 here on the East Coast.
Do you know where your children are? It's after 10 p.m.
They're not anywhere around where I'm going.
I'm like, all four of my little furry kids are right here in the house. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You guys, thank you so much for being here. I want to first give a super special thank you, of course, to Sarah the Traveling Button for agreeing to be the co-host, and especially on such a last minute. And of course, our first guest this evening is David Junk Drunk Mantiques. And you guys, thank you both for being here. I really do appreciate it. You guys, the way that this is going to go tonight is, yes, we are filling in for Fatbird finds Mary-Beth and Laura for Flippin and Sippin. And it is such a tremendous honor to be able to do that for the ladies. It really is a community, and it's an honor to be asked to kind of support somebody in that way. So Mary-Beth, Laura, thank you for thinking of us, and thank you for trusting us with your baby, your creation, and hopefully we do you justice tonight.
Yes, I hope so, because you girls together are hysterical. Like, the dynamic those two have together is literally the best. Like, they could be on Saturday Night Live. They are so funny. Yeah, I love them. Good, like, hilarious vibes and energy and all of that. So yeah, I'm honored to be here, you guys.
Yeah. And that's the thing with them. I mean, they're real life friends and have been for a number of years. So it's just, it's nice to see that chemistry on camera. It really does make for a great show.
It does.
So I guess what we should do is let's just do it as we normally do, and I guess let's just scroll all the way back up here, and we've got Nancy is our first commenter, and Nancy is saying thank you for hosting Flippin and Sippin. It is our pleasure. Yes, and the mystery boxes. In case anybody isn't indoctrinated into Flippin and Sippin, in my opinion, Mary-Beth and Laura Fatbirds, I really do credit them with the popularity of the mystery boxes, especially on Flippin and Sippin. So I thought what a fun way to kind of honor them is, all of the guests this evening. We are going to, again, be having 4 mystery guests, David being our first, and all 4, well, I guess all 6 of us, will have 1 mystery box for sale this evening. And we're going to handle that like we normally would any other sale item. And I will say this is that some people will have a claim on their mystery box. Some people will do auctions. That is going to be entirely up to the seller as to how they're going to handle their mystery box. So there's no rules or regulations in regards to the mystery box. I'm just glad everybody agreed. Literally, I had that idea at 11 o'clock last night.
I know. I was like, Michael,
Sarah, what are we doing?
Yeah, I was so excited.
Hey, David, I was reaching. I was like, I know it's like 11:30 at night, and it's less than 24 hours away. But would you consider coming?
Yeah, I woke up to a link. Okay, here's the StreamYard link, and I was like, all right, I'll ask Sarah.
Am I? I'm like, yes. You're
Yeah, I figured I got pulled into the front line.
Yeah. Well, and we are so grateful, though. Thank you, Michael, for
oh my gosh,
Laura and Mary-Beth, we love you, and thank you for letting us steal your little channel for the evening. And we hope to see you girls back next week.
I couldn't. There had to be some air of mystery, and not just in a box, right? We had to keep it spicy in some way. And look, you guys, truth be told, I'm not the biggest game player, so I was like, what game am I going to play? And I was like, well, I'm going to play a different kind of game. I'm just going to make all of the guests and everything for sale a mystery. How about that? That's a game, right?
That's a game in and of itself. So we have surprises planned.
What?
Yes, mystery boxes and all kinds of fun. And we're just going to chat it up, you guys. I thought, too, it'd be fun. If you have any, questions for Michael or me,
Yes.
like I would love to get to know some of you better. If you want to get to know some of us better, we are down to answer pretty much any question within reason. So yeah, let's chat it up, you guys. Let's.
Yeah, and Susan Barber, you're so I'm the slapstick guy that they add on. They're like, let's throw him in and see what he does tonight.
You're our first mystery guest, Mr. Coleman. So
yes.
Surprise. And I should say this though too, and I'm going to reiterate it every time we do get a guest in, is that down in the description, if you're watching the replay or maybe you're watching it now, but in the description of the video, everybody's YouTube link, if it is applicable, will be listed, as is everybody's Instagram page. Everybody this evening has an Instagram page. Not everybody. One of our guests does not have a YouTube channel, but everybody else does. So if some weird coincidence you are not subscribed or following along with somebody, I made it really easy for you. Again, down in the description box, both names, the YouTube link, and the Instagram links are all there. Again, it's free. There's no obligation. You don't have to send any money to anybody, outside of a sale. So just a great way to show a little bit of support and encouragement to some really good people. I'm telling you.
Excellent.
There's some good questions in.
Are there? And I'm like stuck all the way up at the chat. Hello, everybody. I'm going to scroll down. Okay. What are questions?
Mary. Hi, you guys. Yes, this is super fun.
Is BK going to come out?
Is who?
BK.
BK.
Yes, for those that don't know, Belligerent Cupie is my top mascot, and everybody calls him BK, like British Knights back in the 80s. Remember that shoe brand? Did you ever have a pair of BKs?
Oh, I always wanted.
Oh my God,
I totally forgot about those. They had like that really cool ornate thing on the tongue.
I had a pair, and they gave me blisters so badly, and they smelled so bad by the end of the summertime with my kids.
That means they're great.
Yeah, not so good. But yes, Belligerent Cupie is this little weirdo, and he is my shop mascot. And he is really, really ornery. He shows everybody his Christmas tree, and he talks like Mr. Hanky from Park.
Yes, he
so and that got started totally by a fluke. I had him and a bunch of his little friends I was trying to sell in a lot, and nobody ever wanted the Santa one. So we were like, well, we just got this little guy left. And I made a reel on Instagram one day that was like, hey, Belligerent Cupie is just talking. Why won't anybody buy me? I don't understand. And people were like, make more, do more. And I was like, are you serious? Like, okay. So I started reels with this little weirdo, and he became my shop mascot. Now he shows up to a lot of sales, and I say naughty stuff, but I won't hear Mary-Beth and Laura, I miss you. You're pretty ladies. I wish that you were here tonight. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye, BK. So he's not going to say naughty things on Laura and Mary-Beth. Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll keep him in the grease jar tonight, guys.
Yeah.
But yes, his home is in a hazelnutless grease jar, and he is very ornery. Sometimes he escapes and causes shenanigans. You really have to watch him.
So he has his bougie digs.
Sort of. Yeah. They're pretty basic, but I mean, vintage digs, right?
Yeah. I mean, you got to go somewhere, hey, why not? Did BK get into Instagram jail?
No. In fact, you guys will be happy to know I got out of Instagram jail finally 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I finally got out. I was locked out for 3 months. And I think it was because I sold some dolls that had, what do you guys call them? Glands. You guys always call them glands in your sale. Yeah. So I sold some dolls that had their glands showing, and I had also cussed a little bit because I'm kind of ornery like that. And yeah, Instagram was like, nope. And it was because I was monetized on Instagram. I went against their community guidelines, which there's so much other really raunchy stuff that goes against community guidelines. But yeah, they locked me down, and it was a big bummer, but I'm good. Party on, I'm out of jail. So
Get it?
yeah,
Uh-oh.
what should Michael's mascot be, guys?
Right, that's a good question.
Mhm.
I will say, when making a shop mascot, really think it through, because I did one that I thought would be fun, and it's this guy, and
Chernobyl
because
Charlie.
Chernobyl Charlie, and he's heroic and awesome getting the vintage, but I just, with what's going on in the world, it just doesn't seem right to.
Oh, well.
So
Yeah,
so
we've
he
kind of
has
put
been
him to the back
he's
burner.
been retired, and right now we're just back to Dirty Cupid. He just grunts.
Well, hi, Dirty Cupid. You're smelly. Did you take a bath recently? I don't think you did.
No. See,
You're super nasty.
that's all he does.
He's nasty.
Oh.
So yeah, we need to find out what Michael's going to do for a shop.
Yeah, Michael. So
I don't. I most surely have something around here that I could do as a shop mascot.
I'm feeling like a really weird, like mermaid.
One of your seaweeds, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
I have some seaweeds. I have a few. I have a few.
You should show everybody how many seaweeds you actually have. Like, it's pretty impressive, you guys.
I'll take a picture.
Okay.
I took a really janky picture and sent it to Sarah. I mean,
I won't show you, but there's a lot of seaweeds.
There's a lot of seaweeds. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, before it gets too out of hand on us, let's go ahead and let's do this. Why don't we go ahead and do our boxes?
Okay.
And then, because time is ticking, and I have a feeling this is going to go by quicker than I think we realize.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all right. So, who wants to go first?
This is like Christmas. This is like.
It is. Do you guys want to? This is so organic tonight, you guys. Just FYI. Are you comfortable leaving the screen like this? Or do you want to switch
I'm
it?
fine with whatever. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Why don't we leave the screen like this?
Perfect.
And do you want to literally go in the opposite direction? David, Sarah, and then I'll go last?
I dig it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll do this like we normally will. David, are you doing an offer up or are you doing a claim?
Offer up. Yeah.
Okay. So all three of us are going to be doing offer ups. We don't have an official bid ender because why would I think of that?
Because, hey, we're flying by the seat of our pants tonight.
A little later than normal as well.
Yep. Carrie's trying to
get me to say something naughty.
Carrie, can you be our official bid ender? At least for this round. We can ask for an official bid ender every round. How about that?
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
Okay. Carrie, do you want to be the first official bid ender? Just let us know. So while we wait for, at least on our end, to see it, we will go ahead and do these like we normally will. I will say this is because we may have a lot of new people that might be new to any one of us. We are still going to ask you to send us an email. I didn't even think how would I do that?
Oh, you know what?
Are you talking about our email addresses?
Yeah.
I will change my shooby-doo-wah right now here.
What I will make sure that I do is I'm going to make sure that I put everybody's email address into the description of the video.
Okay.
There we go. This is the one for David and I that I just put in right down here.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Ours.
Mine is The.Cult.Of.Vintage at yahoo.com. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh my gosh, I know I should totally have a Smurf. That's right.
Yeah, you need Brainy Smurf. That's a good one.
I have a lot of those too. Well, I don't know. Carrie might have walked away. So Mick is volunteering for bid end. I'm seeing sweet. Mick will be for bid end. Ruthie, I saw you volunteered. Ruthie, do you want to be bid end on the second round? How about that?
How's this for Michael, I've got you a shop mascot.
That's schmexy.
Schmexy with his little pose. I like it.
Yeah, he's one of my weirdos.
Alrighty, guys. So we've got our official bid ender. It is going to be Mick. You guys may recognize Mick from chats and sales. Mick is right here as her icon. So you're going to be racing against Mick this round. And Ruthie has said yes. So Ruthie will be our next bid ender when our next mystery guest comes in. So let's go ahead. Let's do it.
All
Yeah,
right.
this is fun. Thank you guys all for being here
Yeah.
and hanging out with us. Yes. So David,
I start,
tell
right?
everybody about your mystery box.
Okay. So it measures 12 by 12 by 8. There are no openings. It is a mystery box.
Oh, fancy.
Got a mystery box.
Mhm.
And it spins. You can throw it, whatever. There's actually nothing in this box right now. So the items are actually over to the side. We decided to be safe tonight. So I am starting this off at $15.
$15.
Yeah, well, the items in this box could actually fit in a slightly smaller box, but the reason they're not is because I want them to be nice and safe and no damage. Because okay, so here, listen to this.
Don't give them away.
See, so I really want to give them all the pieces a nice spot in the box with plenty of padding. I see you, Gia, at 30. So let me just tell you some of my items.
Oh, okay.
We are looking at some really cool things that I love. So we're not talking glass. We're talking, we have some things that you would consider like pottery-ish, some ceramic-ish things. There's also some metal, some brass, there's just so much stuff. There is not a cowbell, and I will not be putting any lemons in the box. I'm so sorry.
Is there a vomit clock in there, maybe?
You know, Michael.
That's a good idea, Michael.
I need to think about that. So
that is such a good idea. Actually.
yeah, no vomit in here, but it's a really fun, eclectic, vintage grouping of items that you can add to pretty much any fun vintage decor. No puppies.
Nope.
David, Suze wants to know if there's any more bull glands that you've put in there.
I am fresh out of bull. I'm totally out of bull. Every bull.
He's not though, guys.
There,
he's full of bull.
No Toro in here.
He's kind of full of
bull.
No El Toro.
But yeah, if you missed our sale last night with Jason Mother Tuckers and Steph Vintage Freak 32, David had some anatomically correct taxidermied bull parts last night.
It happens. Mm-hmm. It happens.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. There's a piece of wood. That was Charlie. Don't worry. And then we do have a fun little kitschy woven thing that has one of our favorite birds out there. If you're a vintage collector, there's a bird out there that everybody likes. Kind of a night guy. So there's some cool things. All right, so I'm going to count down. Should I count down?
I think you should count her down.
Let's do it. All right, so we're going to spin this fella right here. All right, where's it going to go? All right, so 15, 14, 13, 12. No furry sacks. Just a plastic one full of goodies. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is full of fun stuff that I've collected over at least a year and have just kind of kept. I have fun little shelves and different things. So there's some fun things in there.
Kathy said she tried to run some comps and she found some interesting items in relation to your.
Kathy, I bet you, girl, I would be real scared of that Google search. Like,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Gia or Mick, so much. And I think it was Gia, right?
Yeah, Gia for 30.
Gia for 30. I want to say Gia got one of my mystery items before a while back. So Gia knows what's up.
Yeah.
So she knows then, huh?
So when do we get to show?
Never.
Never?
Never.
Okay.
Oh, you want to show it?
I don't have to.
Okay.
No, don't worry.
It's a mystery.
Yes, I will actually post it to my Instagram after this, and share Gia as the winner. So thank you so much.
Ray,
I'm totally doing teases. You know that, right?
Yeah, I am too, but just a little bit. Ray said, are we supposed to bid? So what we're doing tonight is mystery boxes. And typically in an antique auction, yes, bid it out. Mystery boxes are the same way. You just don't know what you're bidding on. But I'm going to give you some clues. Also, shout out to everybody in the chat that is from Colorado. We've had some really scary high winds here today. So I hope everybody's safe. The dust storm was so bad here in the Springs.
Oh, wow.
Window open because it was actually nice, but it was blowing so hard. We both physically got a little sick earlier from our dust storm. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So is it me? Am I doing my?
Yeah, get it, sister.
Okay. All right. So Becky and all you guys in Colorado, I hope you guys are okay. Here we go. This is my little mystery box. She's cute. Let me get her up here. So I will tell you there are 12 plus items in this mystery box. This is a cute little Pussy Willow graphic that I got off of on Instagram years ago. I cannot remember who. So that is going to come with. But in this mystery box, guys, you are going to get one item that is whole pottery. Okay, I can tell you there is a mystery whole pottery in the box.
What?
Is 1, 2, 3 pieces of kitschy ceramics. One is a bank. One is a kitchen thingy. And the other one's just cute. There's 2 pieces of milk glass. There's a piece of amber glass. There's another piece of glass that contains a bunch of things in it. Did I give you a starting price, Michael Todd?
No.
I did not. We're starting this at $25.
$25, guys. Bid starts at $25. Christy's like, what are you starting?
I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah.
25, Christy. 25.
I'm a little discombobulated. So $25. You are going to get another cute kitchen item. There is an item that is cobalt. I'm going to tell you. There is another item that would be perfect for your lucite candle. There also is a little bit of ephemera, which is super fun and cute from my own personal collection. And let's see here. There is an Avon item. There is also 1, 2, 3, 4 ceramic items. And now these may be all different and mixed. So what I'm telling you is there's 4 ceramic items, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of glass, a piece of whole pottery. And then I might even be including some of my favorite candy from the 80s. So a whole little fun mystery for you. Some is kitschy, some is decorative, some's useful.
She said decorative. Oh.
Yes. One of my items is green. There's another item that is yellow and red and black. There is an item that might look like hands of some sort.
Oh.
There is kitschy cuteness. There is also something that you could use with a piece of chalk. It's a really interesting little mix that I put together, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. So let's count this down. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If I could get a bid in. Well, Martha, that might be just perfect for what's in this mystery box. You never know.
Okay, Laura's got a just in case of 75.
Yes, I see you. I think Michael actually got my last mystery box, and it was fun.
I did.
It was a fun one. Did you make a little turtle? He was my favorite.
I did. I made a reel of it. Oh, Kathy Ott is sneaking in there with a just in case of 80.
I see you. Yep. Thank you so much. And we're just looking for our bid end, guys.
And I do know that our next guest is waiting in the wings, so don't worry. We see you there. I gotcha. Oh, there is our bid end. So it looks like Kathy Ott is going to win it for $76.
Congratulations, Kathy Ott. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I've got funsies coming your way, sister. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. That was fun.
I have Kathy's information too. So Kathy, if you forget the email, I know like I said, it was all last minute. So
yes.
Right,
So thank you guys for bearing with us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut up and I'm just gonna get to it. Now look, I was gonna do a 12 by 12 by 8 priority 2, and then I went crazy. I went crazy, and it's in a 15 by 12 by 10.
Oh no.
It's a big mystery box.
It's a big mystery box. It is. Oh no, the pollen got me. The pollen just got me, y'all. It really is a 15 by 12 by 10. This plain box. It is big. It only weighs 3 pounds 4 ounces though, so the weight is pretty good. But it is a Christmas. It is all Christmas. It is all vintage Christmas.
Vintage Christmas.
Vintage Christmas. And it is filled. Now, I didn't put the packing paper in, but it is filled, you guys. Filled. Filled. I am going to start the box, you guys, at 45. Okay? We're going to start her at 45. There are glass ornaments that are shaped like things on pine trees.
Ooh.
There might be a thumbprint ornament in here, little shiny brights. We've got deer, we've got flock deer, we've got rubber deer, we've got pink deer, we've got mercury glass, we've got mercury beads, we've got spun heads. I mean, I went crazy with it. I mean, here's one. There's a bag with a brooch in it. I mean, it's amazing. I'm telling you.
That's fun.
I'll show you some. In here, I will tell you, there's a strand. A strand. It is over 6 feet of mercury glass garland for you. Okay, that is in here, ready to go.
Michael,
and what?
Do you know who our bid ender is? They're asking.
Yes, it's Mick.
Okay, so Mick is going to be the bid ender, guys. Mick is our bid ender for this
one. Yes, and then Ruthie is going to be for the next.
Okay.
Perfect. You've got deer in here. You've got, what are these called? I forget. Like the push pin ornament. You have got, oh my gosh, all of the spun heads, the cotton heads.
Oh my heck, Michael, this is like a
I mean, everything. Look, there's a knee hugger in here. There's a little clown Christmas guy. There's Anna Lee. That's vintage.
Ruthie, since Mick is bidding, Ruthie, if you want to, yes, perfect.
Yeah, Ruthie has it.
Honey. Thank you.
Yes, so you're going to get everything. Again, it's 15. I don't even know what I just said.
We got you.
It's a large box. It only weighs 3 pounds 4 ounces. 15 by 12 by 10. So it's all pre-packed, ready to go for you.
And we are at 50 right now with Mick Draper.
Oh, okay. Well, I was not paying attention. I was about to say I have no idea where we're at. Mick,
you are fine.
Thank you so much. You're getting it all. Okay. You're going to get everything. And I really did. I think I give you a wide variety.
Packed it out.
So I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown. Here we go. 15, 14, 13. I know I was going crazy and I kept adding. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Dun, dun, dun.
Our next guest is like, whoa.
Yes.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I was like, it's for fat birds. Of course I'm going to do it.
Yes.
There. Melissa Weaver, you snuck in there right. I'm going to double check for you. Melissa Weaver, girl, you snuck in there right before the bid end. It is yours for 155. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That's
Let
so
me get the,
awesome.
all right.
Congratulations, you guys. Love your mysteries.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, David, do you just want to tell us real quickly where we're going to say goodbye to David right now, guys, and we're going to welcome in our next guest. David,
So,
when can we see you next?
I'm going to be on YouTube with this guy named Michael, The.Cult.Of.Vintage, and Four-Eyed Vintage, of course, with Sarah and the great Misty, Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter. So that's where I'll be, 8 p.m. Eastern on Michael's channel, Cult.Of.Vintage, Sunday night.
Awesome.
Woo-hoo. And I'll bring my lemons.
And he'll have his lemons, of course. See, and I am in the yellow.
I know we might miss our lemon tonight. I love it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm a little bitter. No, I'm not bitter at all. I'm not bitter at all. You guys don't forget that both of David's links are down below. Both his YouTube and his Instagram page are linked there. So if you're not following him or subscribed, please make sure to do so. He is a great guy. He is hilarious, and he really brings some high class, really interesting, unique vintage to the game. So keep your eye out. Keep your eye out. David, thank you so much for being here this evening.
Thank you, honey.
Right. Well, I'll be here in the background now, just watching, sipping on my coffee. So
sweet.
Have fun, guys.
Thank you, David.
Make me a drink. No.
You got it. You got
it is Flippin and Sippin. So
Flippin and Sippin. Bye, guys.
Bye, David. Alrighty, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and welcome our next guest. You know him, you love him, and if you don't, for shame on you. It is the one, the only, Daniel.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you, Michael Todd, for making me come on after that.
What?
Your mystery box.
Oh, honey, please.
It happens to me every time. Sarah knows this. I was on a show with her, and I went on right after somebody who had fabulous stuff. Not that I'm bitter.
You have fabulous.
You don't have your yellow one, Daniel.
My dear.
I don't, but grapes can be bitter too.
Yes, they can. Isn't that the truth?
Fine.
Well, look at all of the love you are getting in the chat this evening.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Oh,
Daniel,
my
I
goodness.
feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. How the heck are you?
I am good. How are you?
Hanging in there. Playing vintage every day. And it is great.
Every day is a new day, and you never know what's going to happen.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Now, you guys, just in case you don't know, and I'm going to remind you, Daniel is, of course, Tacky Is Me. And just as I said with David, both of Daniel's links are linked down below in the description, both his YouTube and his Instagram page. So again, if by some weird coincidence you're not following or subscribed, please make sure to do that. I made it super easy. Is all you have to do is click those little blue links. They'll take you to his pages and just hit subscribe or follow. Again, just a really simple way of supporting a really great individual and a small business.
Yes.
And also don't forget, give thumbs up right now. Let's pimp those thumbs out.
Yeah.
Those thumbs.
You guys, we have 358 people here, and I couldn't be more grateful on a Friday night. Thank you for hanging with us. I was just so excited to be asked to come on and hang out, and my email is wrong on my picture. Oh.
Well, it's okay. We have Gia's information and we have Kathy Ott's information, so we're good.
We're okay.
We're good. I got that on lock. I didn't even write that down. I just what?
So what are you guys up to tonight? Ask Daniel a wonderful question. Let's ask Daniel questions.
Well, I really have a question for Daniel.
Okay.
How is the business going, sir? Did you guys know that Daniel is now a full-time reseller?
I did. That is so exciting.
How does it feel? Tell me, how does it feel? How did it feel when that first day when you woke up and you were not reporting to someone else and you were like, what was that day like for you? Do you remember? It wasn't so long ago. But...
I mean, we're still in
Okay.
threshold of trying to climb up the hill here.
Okay. Okay.
Still new.
But I mean, this is something I have discovered, and this is just for me, just for me. I'm not telling people to, you know,
We're
like
inviting
I've
your
always said,
opinion.
you need to dot your I's and cross your T's before you do anything.
Amen.
Each person's circumstance is different, but this is what I needed to do after spending almost 20 years in retail.
Okay.
I'm quite happy working for myself.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it is a learning process, and you move forward, and then you'll have something happen, and then you have to reevaluate things in yourself, and then move on a little bit more till something else. It's a learning process as you go. You never know what's going to happen.
Mhm. You're
But
staying fluid. You're staying flexible.
you pretty much have to be, because things change quickly here in Oz.
That they do, though, don't
Yeah,
they?
they do. Yeah, they
You
do.
never know from week to week what people are going to want, or what the new trend is, or whatever. And uh, just even this is a whole new different ball of wax. So mentally, you have to be able to change things too, because it could be very trying if you didn't. There's a lot of learning inside and outside both.
What do you feel like, Daniel, you took from your job in retail that you've been able to impart into running your own small business now?
Ooh, that's deep.
That is deep, because we're not all good at retail.
And that's okay.
just just because I spent 20 years in there doesn't mean.
Yeah. But I know you learned some stuff. You
Yes,
saw some things.
you learn to talk things up. You learn to promote what's good about things. You learn to be able to talk to people. You learn boundaries.
Yeah.
You learn what boundaries you need, what boundaries to set, and what you expect and what can be expected of you. And that it can be fun. It can be fun. It can be very trying, but it's so much easier doing this than it is, as Michael knows, being in retail, especially during the holidays.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, like, vintage selling holiday season is amazing.
Yeah.
It is because it's like I'm with the people that like are loving it to the same level and in the same way that I am. And I know that sounds really, I guess it's very cliche, but like modern retail, it's like there's just so, and we are buying and selling. So I guess it's a weird thing to say because
Yeah.
there is a transactional way to it, but it's in what we're picking and selling and the way that we're decorating it. And then it's just like in the modern retail world, it just seems so like more and more and more and bigger and shinier and newer and newer. It's like everything that we love and appreciate and about the holidays, like the vintage and the antique Christmas, it's like nobody wants that. Like, ew, it's
Yeah.
got to be the new electronic, the new game system, the new phone.
I think that's what's so interesting about doing what we do, though, is, you watch these trends come and go, whether it's fairy lamps or Lefton or, kitsch or antique glass. We see the trends come and go, but like always at Christmas, and I know it's not your favorite, Daniel. We did some sales last year around Christmas, but like I really love seeing people get excited about something that the Santa that grandma had on her mantle, because I am that kind of collector and seller myself. I base my collections upon the stuff that my grandparents had and the stuff that evokes that nostalgia for me. And Christmas is such a huge part of that. You know, like my grandpa was known. I'm from a small town in Missouri in the country, and my grandpa was an Alice Chalmers tractor dealer. And he, through his tractor catalogs, was able to order all of these Empire blow molds and different Christmas scenes. So literally grandpa's yard every year, and this was like early 80s, like 82. I was like 5.
Okay.
He was in the paper every year. He was in the tour of homes. He had the carols playing when you would pull up outside. And literally the Santa with all the reindeer that you see in Christmas Vacation, the movie,
Mhm.
love it so much and really would love to have for our own blow mold collection. My grandpa had that with black and white reindeer. His reindeer were black and white, really mod, 50s looking reindeer with like the coolest Santa, carolers, snowmen, huge Noel candles that lined the driveway with candy canes stuck in meticulously. I mean, the man had the most, I'm trying not to cry, like he had the most spectacular display. It was a huge part. Sorry, it's Friday. We don't need to do this.
Okay. No, you're fine.
Childhood. So getting to find that those things again, right? And you know, I've already kept some that they had, and then getting to keep them now is it's part of why I started collecting, and then getting to pass on that joy through my small business to other people. Maybe their grandma had it, or mom and dad, or aunt and uncle, or someone that was special to you. I think all of it kind of harkens back to just a different time that was magical, that was carefree, you know. And that's the kind of stuff that I like to sell now and see people get excited about with what we do. It's just great.
Magical.
And I know my whole theme last year was crappy Christmas.
Oh, I love it.
We all know that. It was crappy Christmas. I used to, back in the day, I had 3 trees and the whole house was decorated. Retail tends to slowly suck that out of you. So we're working on trying to get, I have bought a bunch of crappy Christmas stuff.
Ooh.
So this year, look out for Christmas.
Okay, Daniel's getting stocked up, y'all. Watch out.
Okay.
You're coming to bring it this year for Christmas, are you? All right. I'll meet you there, Daniel. I will meet you there, darling.
Okay.
I would say that we make a movement, like, and I'm dead serious. Like, why don't, like, you know, because we do like Christmas in July and it's always like this standalone sale or whatnot. Why don't we do like a month of Christmas? Why isn't it legitimately Christmas in July, like the whole month?
We usually do, like on Instagram every year. We used to do.
Daniel said, "Wait a minute,
hold on." Some of us cannot do that. We don't live in Pennsylvania or Colorado, where the Goodwills are stocked up to the ceilings, and you can. We're from the Midwest. We don't do that stuff here.
Goodwills are not. Well,
if I did that, the first sale, I wouldn't have any Christmas left.
You just need to come visit me during Christmas time and come thrift out here. Now, we've got some snow, so it keeps a lot of people away. But listen to me, our thrift stores, secret, our thrift stores at Christmas time are like magical. I always come out of there with vintage Christmas, always.
Sarah, I watch you, and I hate you every time I watch you when you're in the thrift stores.
Well, damn, Daniel. All right.
Whoa.
I am jealous, and I will admit it.
Just love me, Daniel.
I do love you, but when you're out shopping like that, or I watch Jocelyn, I'm like, I love you, but are you kidding me? You're filling up a cart. I couldn't put one item in my cart here.
We do. I mean, we do overall like have it really good in Pennsylvania. And a lot of it is we just have a tremendous amount of antique or vendor malls in the area. So that really does make it easy for us. It does. It does.
I have to travel because I mean we're rural. We're rural here. We're poor rural. so I have to travel around. We have some here in town that I go to, but I'll come out with like 5 items, if that. And then I have to move on to the next one and find it. I have to piecemeal myself around the places, but
Well,
I
we do
still
that
find
too,
good
just
stuff.
so you know. Like, it's not always. In fact, Becky made a comment just a second ago in the comments. She said, "Don't believe it at all. I walked out of 3 thrifts today with nothing." And Becky's here where I live, Vintage Viking Treasures. And some days it is like that. I mean, it's not, but what you see on Instagram is the find. You don't see me walking out dejected like, well, dang, there was nothing in there. Let's go to the next one, you know? So I think we all have a tendency to like show our highlight reel moments on our Instagrams. But yeah, there are days that it can be rough here. It can be rough and picked over. You know, you have to go early. That's part of it. And that's my whole thing is I like to sleep in. So by the time I get up, sometimes it's picked over. But you know, you just have to plan your picking trips and be smart about it. And then if you didn't find something that trip, you go the next time.
Yeah, that's I hope springs eternal with me every time.
Exactly. That's what's fun about what we do, because it may be totally a bust last time, and then the next time you go find, you know, something amazing and
You
exciting.
know, it's what's great is, you know, you guys find a lot of glass and all that stuff. So it's like, ooh, look what I found. I find a piece of glass and I'm like, oh my God, I've got a piece of glass.
It feels like that with us sometimes too. I'll be honest. Like, I'm like, oh my God, we found a Viking dish. Ah, you know, like that. That is the best feeling. And then you're done for the day because you can't top that. So
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's not stuff here, but also at the same time, because there's so
The
many
frequency.
people that do stuff, the price point they know. So you really have to look around and dig and all that stuff to find your things. It can still be done. I mean, obviously, I'm doing this full time, so.
How far away are you like having to like outside of like your mainstay like stops? Like how far do you have to drive to go to like other places to source?
About 30 to 40 miles.
Okay.
wow.
There are several different places that are that far away that I have to drive to.
Yeah.
So I do it, you know, like once every 2 or 3 weeks and hope that the vendors have brought stuff in. Because sometimes you drive that far and they have it replenished and, you know, I've already picked their stuff.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, that was a wasted drive. But at the same time, next time you go, there I could have a whole cart and find all kinds of neat stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's all about the hunt. It really is. That's the fun part.
Do you have a bins there?
What?
I'm sorry. Do you have a bins near you?
No. Our Goodwill is probably the size of my house. I mean, this is why we also don't film in there, because you're right on top of each other and then all the workers are right there and all this stuff is going on. And so, and there's nothing to film. It's just, I see a lot of Dollar Tree stuff in our Goodwill.
Yeah.
Michael, I was watching your video today, the $10 win.
Okay.
And I was looking at your Goodwill. It does not, like, there was like shoes and then there was like stuff, and ours is like color coordinated, and we have what we call tops of all of the rounds that have the clothing racks, which are packed. They decorate the tops of the clothing racks with good stuff. So we go through and look at tops, and then we do the aisles, and they're all like really nice and organized. And like, I see other people's Goodwills and I see why y'all are like, oh, yeah, some of them can be kind of
There
weird.
was when we went to the Ohio extravaganza, and I was coming from Pennsylvania into Ohio. I cannot for the life of me remember. I know that I filmed in there. It was the nicest Goodwill I had ever been. Like they were straight up like putting stuff in vignettes, and they were like, I mean, but they would take like boutique style. There would be like ladies' clothes,
Yes,
and then there would be shoes,
how it
and
is here.
everything would be like color coded in there. And then they would have home decor like that blended in with this look, and I was like, where am I? Like,
Wait till you come here. Like, you'll see. It's like that here, and there's a lot.
that's where I'm willing to like see for me that's like one of those things when you're putting that kind of like time and effort and care into displaying things, that's how you're going to get me to spend a little bit more. You're not going to get me to spend a little bit more when stuff is like you saw in the video today. Wait till you see the next one.
Okay. Yeah.
Stuff is just like cool. There's zero there'll be like collectibles,
Yeah.
and however, and everything is just like crammed. You're literally, it's like Jenga, and you're like, if I move this, is this gonna fall? Yeah.
Yeah, our bins here are okay. I don't personally, it's a little aggressive for me.
Yeah.
There's some people that do shoes and stuff there, and they are like scary aggressive. So we don't go to the bins very often. When we do, we usually take gloves. But yeah, we haven't been to the bins in a couple years. But our Goodwills pre-COVID used to bake cookies in the afternoon, and they would pass out hot, fresh cookies at Goodwill, y'all, while you were shopping. Swear. You can ask my husband. We would eat cookies. Ask anybody that goes to Goodwill here. Pre-COVID, they baked cookies every afternoon and passed them out to the shoppers, and they were good. I know. Look at both of your faces. Y'all don't even know how to act. Come visit me. Come.
I'm going to. If I can get my little accent up those hills, I'll come.
You bring it, Daniel. You just come on. I got a guest room with you.
I'm gonna have to call you, and you might have to come pull me. But hey, just put me on top. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I didn't see Harry Tornado's last bins video, but I agree, and that's the thing. It's just like
for me. Yep.
I could deal with, even as much as I'm like the thought of like digging through a bin of God knows what grosses me out, I could deal with that more than like the people. I was just like, oh no. See,
Yeah.
I am going to be like elbow in and trying to get up in there and like vomit over one another to get out what? Like something that's broken, or you know what I mean? Like, no.
I could not do. I've watched Ben's videos. There's no, I mean, I live in little podunk nowhere, and our little Goodwill, when people get in my space, I have to leave.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, we're not doing this. So I can't imagine me being in a group of people like that. I'd probably just start crying and fall on the floor.
It is a little like I got into it with someone over an embroidered piece of whatever. And literally it was me on one end, like a tug of war weirdness, with her on the other. And I was like, you can have it. And she was like, it's mine. And like aggressive in my face. And this was again pre-COVID, but I was like, I'm good. I'm not trying to get like murdered up at the good wins. Like you can have that.
You're like, where are the cookies in this place?
It's yours, girl. There you go. Like
I'm tossing them. That's where the cookies. I'm tossing them right now.
Yeah. Becky, do you go to the bins anymore? I see you in the comments, and I know there's another.
That is true. I would probably, if there was like a lot of mermaids in the middle of a bin, I would probably elbow people, no problem, and climb right into the center of it.
I might act ignorant over some mermaids. I get you.
See, here's where we all differ, because, of course, I can't find mermaids in the first place.
If there was a lot of brooches, beautiful, gorgeous, shiny.
No matter what was in there, if there's a bunch of mean, angry people there next to me invading my space, I would leave it. I would walk out. I would walk out and leave a whole cart of Smith glass or Flippn glass or whatever if there was a bunch of people trying to get to that stuff, because I can't handle that, and it's not worth the pain. Is not worth it.
That's kind of where I'm at too. Although I will say, when I used to go, occasionally I would find some good things, but a lot of times they're broken because they're in bins. So that was the big drawback, but like if you're looking for stuff for gardening, like I know spring's coming up and you need like pots for plants or just basic stuff like that. Awesome. So awesome for that kind of thing.
Yeah. No, and our games tonight, because as I said, I'm just not the best with the games. So the game tonight is the mystery guest. I know I have feedback. I can hear it. The game tonight is the mystery boxes. it's an air of mystery, not necessarily games, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Donnie, come on out. I didn't even charge for that. Just come on out and we'll go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you guys, our next guest is lining up to get here. I see ya. So we're getting close to that half hour mark. Hey, Daniel,
Hey, what?
do you have anything to sell maybe
I
tonight?
do.
Oh, speaking
It's
of,
not near as much as some people have, but
well, I
whatever.
got psychotic. I can admit it. I kept just pulling stuff.
Well, here's the thing. At 11 o'clock last night, when Michael was asking me
I know, me too.
as I was laying
I
in
was like,
bed,
what are we doing?
going, what is this?
I said, I know it's really late, but I just had this idea.
I rolled over
Hey,
to David. I'm like, do
you
you
want
have a
to
mystery?
come on, and then he's mentioning people, and he's go, and by the way, we're going to do mystery box. I'm like, you kidding me? You're going to put me up against you and Sarah and David and all.
It is
That-
not even like that. Daniel, you are a force of your own to be reckoned with, and you don't give yourself enough credit, my friend. You are the bomb.com. All these people in the comments love you.
Oh,
So do
she
we.
said .com. Go ahead.
I had to drop some truth on Daniel.
I'll drop some truth that I am something else.
Daniel, you are loved, and that is good. That is good.
But I got all fancy like Michael too. And look, I did a big box. I told you I wasn't going to, but I got a big box here. It is 12 by 12 by 8.
Get it.
For your information, for wherever you're from in the United States, because we know how shipping is, it is 5 pounds, 8 ounces.
Ooh.
So in this box, now it's not kitschy, wonderful, crappy crap like Michael has or like Sarah has. I'm just saying, no, I'm not being disparaging. I'm just letting people know that we're tacky land now.
Get
it. Yeah, I'm gonna take my earrings off. That's right. Let's not.
There is Flippn, but it's not a swung vase or it's not a fairy light. Just letting you know that.
Okay.
There is, I always get these confused. It's either LG right or
what you gonna start it at, babe? Christy Allen is just wanting all the boxes tonight.
I know. Christy's like, price?
25. We're gonna start at 25.
25.
There is a brooch in there from my own personal collection.
I want a brooch
there.
From my collection.
Sarah, when I come out to Colorado, I'll bring it.
All right.
I'll bring the brooch.
You know what? I've got one for you too, actually. In my jewelry box right now, I have one with your name on it.
Okay. There's also a little bit of ephemera. There's some clear glass. There is some little figurines.
Ooh.
So that's what is going on with this tacky mystery box.
He said, I can't do a big box. Well, he pulled it together right quick, didn't he?
They scare me because I'm always afraid
there's
Donnie. They're not going to be good enough.
That's going to make him so uncomfortable, Donnie. I love it.
I know. I do too. Get it, Donnie.
I love it.
Oh my goodness. You're making me sweat here. Stop it.
Daniel, get a rag. Wipe off. We're doing this. Let's go.
He's going to be like, oh God, I got to
redo this over here. Come on.
Vapors, darling.
I can't take the pressure. Who do you think I am, Michael Todd?
Like a diamond. Diamonds form under pressure, Daniel. Come on.
Born to sparkle, just like your hat says. Let's go.
Woo. Lord have mercy. Okay, so can we count this down now?
Go ahead.
Okay, what do we count from on here?
Whatever you want.
10.
Okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Waiting for the stop. Waiting for the stop. Waiting for the stop.
He said, stop.
Stop. Please stop. Waiting for the stop.
He's like, come on. Oh!
Watch out, popcorn.
Pew, pew.
Ellie.
Chris, right before the bid end, lady. Get it.
Jiminy Christmas. There will be no sale on Sunday because I'm gonna be in my grave. Woo! Okay. Well, that was something.
That was exciting. Thank you guys for all the bids. That was awesome.
Thank you, Ruthie.
Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you. Is it Donald? No.
Donnie, yeah.
Donnie. Okay. Sorry. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. And thank you for having me on, Michael.
Oh, thank you for agreeing. And you brought it, Daniel.
Yes.
Well, let's hope I did. Lord, there's the next guest. I can't take it no more.
Before you leave, Daniel, what do you got planning? When can we see you next?
Okay.
When and where?
So Sunday, I always have my live sale, which is Tacky Like Sunday Morning. It's at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time because I like to torture myself that way.
Get it?
No, I'm not a morning person. And then Tuesdays, I have a sale between me and Barbie, Punk, Funk, and Junk. We do those at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesdays, and it jumps between her channel and mine. And then just started a talk show with Dolores from England, the Texan gal from England, Dolores Miss Damn Jewelry. We are doing a talk show that has nothing to do with reselling. Nothing. It's called Double D Life Chat, and we're just gabbing our jaws about stuff that just a break from reselling, something different to talk about.
I like that.
Other than being immersed all the time.
Sure.
And then Fridays, I do a live chat, and sometimes it's called an extra live chat because I'll sell a larger item because shipping, I'm not Misty Pate. We're not fond of it. We're not fond of it. It stresses us out. So I decided I would start doing the larger items by themselves on one day, and then I can ship it by itself. And it has eliminated my stress.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good. See, finding that happy place that works for you. That's great.
We're trying switching things around and seeing what works and what doesn't.
Who said Tovala? Did you just say Tovala? Did you say Tovala? Am I losing my mind?
I mean, are you? I didn't say Tovala.
Okay. We have a Tovala oven. That's why I asked. And I was like, did you just say Tovala? I don't know. Okay. Sorry about that. Don't mind me.
Well, Daniel, thank you so much for agreeing to be here and on such short notice and bringing your amazing mystery box, which I'm sure Chris is going to love and adore. You guys, don't forget that down in the description of the video are Daniel's links to both his Instagram and his YouTube channel. All you have to do is follow those little blue links, click them, hit subscribe, hit follow. Again, he really deserves it. He's doing it full time now, you guys. Sarah needs coffee, David Pullman.
I want a David. I want somebody to bring me stuff.
He is the best. I'm not going to lie.
The only thing I have is a Kevin. I just have a Kevin.
Daniel has a shop mascot, Kevin.
Yeah,
hey,
Kevin hides.
Bring back Naked Kevin. What's going on with him? We need to see him again.
I have to hide his non-body parts.
His plastic bump.
You're hiding his biscuit. Okay.
He doesn't have one. Honestly,
he has no biscuits.
He is
throw him away. Throw him away.
No.
He's no good.
Everybody, despite who they are, deserves love.
That's right. That's right.
You can love him outside too. Bye, Kevin.
That's right. No. Well, there is always the other mascot. Hello, everybody.
Oh, I like him more.
I'm going to go with hard pass on that thing, Daniel. I love you, but God, that is horrifying. No.
Oh, Charlie's my first love.
I know. I met him during our sale, and it scared the Jesus out of me.
He's been with me forever, and he tells me he will be.
Oh, God. Okay.
On that note.
Bye, Daniel. No.
Bye, Daniel. Have a good night. Daniel, thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me on.
All right, babe. We have a good night.
All right, you guys too. Bye,
Okay.
everybody.
Daniel.
Bye.
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 You have.
Yes.
Oh, I got to do it.
Baby secret.
I mean, I
I'm used
can,
to
but I feel rude.
other people being in charge. See y'all later.
Charlie and baby
Bye.
secrets together. I can see that, like baby secrets and that clown doll need like their own show.
Oh God, could you imagine the child that they would have? Clowny secret clown.
Clowny secrets.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Alrighty, guys. Well, our next surprise guest is here and they are waiting in the wings. Let's invite them in. You know him. You'll love him too. It's the one, the only.
There we go.
Jason from
Happy Friday, everybody. There it is. There it is. Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Let me get this. There we go. Now I'm in the screen. Happy Friday, everybody.
TGI.
How you doing tonight?
Doing all right. Hey, when you get a call from Michael Todd at like 5:36 in the afternoon, he's like, "Hey, can you put a box together of your best stuff? Do it, and you get your butt here." So
that's right.
Absolutely.
I had everything scheduled and planned, and hope against hope, and then things change and scheduling and and I was like, oh great. Called up Jason, and there.
Yes, it's Father Tucker.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
everybody. There we go.
And where's Tina? Tina, you in the background, girl?
She's doing the sipping. I'm doing the flipping.
Okay, I get it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, how is everybody?
Good. How are you doing tonight?
Doing all right.
Thank you again. And it definitely Jason was definitely the most last minute, you guys. Everybody else at least had 22 hours to get their box.
I knew about 10:30 last night. Laying on the pillow talking to David about, do we have stuff for a mystery box? Heck yeah, we do.
I had to channel my inner Misty when I was creating my box. I was like going through like Misty anxiety because I was like, it has to be good. They're gonna, it's got to have enough in it for what they might pay. Like,
right.
I don't want them to get it and like think that I didn't put the right stuff in. So, but I think we did all right.
Oh, you did more than all right.
I think we did good.
You did more than I got to see the stuff that's in the box, you guys. I did.
I want to know.
It's good. It's good.
Yes,
well, do you want to? Now we're talking up your box. Do you want to do your box first, and then we can chat? Or
that's up to you. Do you want me to do it?
We may as well.
Let's do it. All right, guys.
It's a
all
good
right,
box, you guys.
Let's see it.
I got a 12 by 12 by 8 box, priority box. Okay. We're going to keep ours sealed. So you're going to have to, whoever wins this, please make sure you guys, somehow add it to Instagram, tag me, post pictures, or send me pictures so I can post because I want to see what you find. So this is almost 3 pounds, and it is what I'm calling the Mother Tucker Holiday Starter Kit. Ooh. So I have something for almost every major holiday. So I have Christmas.
Wait, before Chrissy says anything, what do you want to start?
$50. We're going to start at $50.
$50, guys. $50. We're starting it at 50.
Before I go into it too deep, there is a Holt Howard piece in the box. So there is Holt Howard in the box. I see your 50. I see your 55. So there's Christmas in it. There's Easter in it. There is Valentine's Day in it. There's St. Patrick's Day in it. And there is Halloween in it. So you have tons of things. And when you count them, I see your 100. Thank you so much. When you count them, there's at least, I think we almost made it to 40 items. So there are 40 individual items in this box that you will be getting. So G, I see you for 125. So there's Holt Howard. There's Shiny. No. There's Jewel Bright in here. Holt Howard. There's a Squeak in here. There is Japan items. There is Kitsch. Because if you guys know Mother Tucker's, it's Kitchalitis. Don. Kitchalitis. You'll get a case of the Kitchalitis when you come see us.
We're saying that from now on.
Kitchalitis. Absolutely.
That's what's been wrong with me all these years.
I got me a beautiful case of the Kitchalitis. There's die cuts in here. There's honeycombs in here. There are kitschy yarn figurines in here. There's ceramic Japan in here as well. There's 1 or 2 figurines in here. Pixies. There are 2 knee hugger pixies in here with the rare faces. So they're not the typical face. They have one of the rarer faces. So I see your 175. Thank you so much, Donald. And I think that's it. But like I said, it's a 12 by 12. It's a 12 by 12 by 8. It will ship priority. It's almost 3 pounds, and it's going to cover all of your holidays. So let's go ahead and count it down. We'll count it down. Let's do 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you guys so much. Don, I see you for 175. So we'd be looking for 176 or more.
It's going to get aggressive here at the end. I can feel it.
I see you for 200. Thank you so much for the kitschalistic, whatever it is, box of goodness. I see your 200, and then we're just waiting on a bid end.
There's your bid end.
All right. Thank you so much, Susan Vaughn. I think I have boxes going to you from yesterday's sale.
Yeah,
yes,
from last night.
All
Ooh.
right. I'll see if I
good
can
deal. So you have
into one box for you.
You have Susan's contact information.
Yep,
then.
absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you,
I'm just
Susan.
keeping track of everything.
Thank you. Thank you guys for all the bids. Thank you so much.
That is going to be so exciting. Take pictures.
No doubt. I got to see it.
It is.
Susan, you're gonna like it.
I think I did all right. I hope I did.
You did fine. What are you talking about?
All right. Well, you know me. I'm all dress me up and you can't take me anywhere. So
I know, but that's what
take me out on a date on a Friday and I'm making a mess.
Do you guys want to know something? How many times? It was like 3 or 4 times. Every time I would go down, like to this, it's Jason lives to the south of me, but for like the last 4 times I went down there, and I ran into Jason every single time.
We were in the same store doing the same thing. Absolutely, it's crazy. It's karma. It's the way. I guess it's a magnet. So absolutely.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
Yep.
That first time, because I was like, there's a reseller in here, because it was at Black Swan, because they keep the cubbies are up behind the register.
Yep.
And I was like looking in that cubby, and I was like, I know that's, and I was like, that's good stuff though, you know. Then I hear, oh, what do you know?
Yep. And I'm usually the loud, obnoxious one that everyone's like, oh God, that Jason's here again. Oh Lord. Quick, get the stuff and get out of here.
Please. Oh, my flipping van life has been in the store. Have you been in the store?
Really?
Ooh.
Really? All right. Well, next time you come, you'll have to DM me, friend me over on Instagram at Mother Tucker's Antiques, DM me, and hopefully I can be there and we can meet up and say hello in person.
There you go.
Christy wants to know when you're starting your YouTube channel, Jason.
We are going to drop content this month at some point. So there will be content starting this month, and I will be promoting it on Instagram. And I will also be dropping it on our sale, me and Sarah's sale, the Vintage Quartet, on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So when we have content, that'll be one of the first places I'll be dropping the little hints and let you guys know. So yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait. It's gonna be good stuff. So definitely stay tuned.
We're thinking we're going to do some behind the scenes, because we think like there's always these shop with me's, and yes, we'll try those, but I want to kind of show what goes on behind the scenes at the shop that nobody gets to see.
That's
so
cool.
You know, it's not going to be like the boring stuff, but it's going to be, you know, this is how you stock a booth. This is what goes on behind the scenes that you don't know. Here is where we source the item, and this is what we do with it, and then this is where it ends up. And sort of integrate those kind of things along with shop with me's. And, you know, maybe I even thought maybe some documentaries on how I repair the stuff, or, you know, how I refurbish it.
Absolutely. I think that's all like super fun content. And I think a lot of people would really appreciate seeing behind the scenes of a brick and mortar and what that's like. Because a lot of us, David and I have actually considered that for years. Should we buy a flea market? Should we take that jump? And I don't know that we're cool enough to do it, but we've talked about it.
Cool enough to do it.
What it's like.
But yeah, I just thought, I'm not going to like get too dramatic about it, but just try to stay positive, but also show people what I think is the real side. I don't want to be too negative, but I want to say like, this is what goes into it, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, I don't think that's, I mean, I guess you can make it negative, but that's not who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not a negative person. So a lot of people are saying that again, that Karen, just reemphasizing it. And I think that's amazing, Jason, because nobody's doing that content.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
well,
go ahead, Sarah.
For it. I was just going to say I think that there's, a lot of other people that would be interested in that content that also are wanting to do the same thing. So that's cool, Jason,
I was also thinking then it's neat because when you're in the area, you can actually come to the store. So if you see us on YouTube, for example, and you're traveling to the area, you can come to the store. You can actually shop the store. You can meet the folks that are in the store. I'll be at the store, things like that. So I don't know. It might be, one of those.
And Heather and David are very nice, you guys.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
Great staff at Mother Tucker.
Yes, they are. I couldn't do it without them. They are awesome people.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So what have you got planned? So you guys, I mean, how has like the Vintage Quartet been going? Like really good lately, huh? Yeah. Now you've had 2 sales. This was the second sale, yeah?
Yeah. Last night was our second sale, and I think it was great. We had a blast. It was Jason, David, myself, and our guest was Stephanie, Vintage Freak 32.
Yeah.
And we had a great sale. We had a great time. It's good energy. And I think that's what happens when you find, like-minded people to plug into and talk with and get to know. And yeah, so far it's been amazing. And all of you guys that have come to watch our Thursday night Vintage Quartet. It's every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. So right now we're starting on my channel, but we will be soon rotating between my channel and Jason's channel and David's channel. So that will happen soon. But yeah, come hang out with us. Even if you don't want to buy anything, I really genuinely enjoy chatting with everybody in the chat. I love to talk to you guys. The person that said that you want to see us at Sugar's and drink shrimp soup. That's our favorite thing that we eat at Sugar's. That's a local restaurant. So yeah, Carissa.
Like the Japanese shrimp soup, or is that like lobster bisque?
It's a Thai. It's actually a Thai peanut shrimp soup. So it has it's if you are into kind of like a spicy Thai flavor, it is kind of the consistency of bisque.
Okay. I can't with the Thai. I got to be honest.
Yeah,
we love Thai food. We're
all the coconut and curry. It just like, oof.
Yeah. Oh, I love curry. I love yellow and red and green.
Do you guys have those? I can't remember what it is, but they serve them. It's like it's romaine lettuce, and then they put like the meat. You put the meat in it and you wrap it.
Oh, you're talking in like lettuce wraps or bibimbap at like a Korean restaurant?
Now we got it at Thai. That was amazing. Oh my God, it was so good.
Yummy.
That I could probably live on that. Yeah. Yeah. So do you guys, so for your Thursday night sale, you guys are going to continue. It's going to be the 3 of you, Sarah, David, Jason, and then you're going to continue to have on a guest, and you see that going on into the future then?
So yes, definitely. We do want to try to rotate guests in and out, but also Jason's wife, Tina, who you will hear in the background, is going to be with us occasionally too. So sometimes we'll have guests, sometimes it'll be Tina. It's just going to be, we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants, right, Jason?
Yep, absolutely. And when we do, it'll be almost like a couple's night. So it'll be like, the Colemans and the Hellmans together and stuff like that. So, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So,
no. Oh,
yeah.
Karina's saying that might be Vietnamese. Okay, well, it's good no matter what it is.
Carissa, yes, we've been to that one. It is good. That's over here by
What?
my house. We're in Briargate. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, what is that? The one place? Oh, that weird trippy art museum.
Meow Wolf.
Meow.
So when Michael and Misty and possibly Jason too come out this summer, we are going to go to Meow Wolf in Denver. And any of you guys that have been to the installation that they did in Santa Fe, oh my God, so cool. It's like an interactive art museum, and it is touch, audio, feel, visual. It's like a really funky psychedelic art installation that you can immerse yourself into. And it's not just that, there's a storyline that also goes with it. So as you go through the art installation, you're also kind of solving a mystery at the same time. So, and there's like clues and weird stuff to like look into, and it's all very abstract and funky. It's, if you've ever gotten, and meow like the cat, MEOW, and then wolf. It is a submersive eye candy kind of experience. It's a whole lot of fun.
Awesome.
It looked like there was a lot going on, and I loved it.
It is amazing. Mm-hmm. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Zeno misses the Thai and the Japanese. I love, is there good Japanese out there?
Yes, we do have good Japanese here. If you like sushi, or you're also into just traditional like Korean or Japanese, we've got a little bit of everything. So we're gonna go. Yeah. Oh, you're in Arvada, Carla. Okay, right on. Yep.
Yeah.
Springs.
You guys don't forget, right now, Jason Mother Tucker's Antiques does not have a YouTube channel, so he wasn't able to list that. However, Mother Tucker's Antiques Instagram page is listed down below, so all you have to do is find Jason's name and Mother Tucker's Antiques and just click that blue line underneath, and that way you can follow him over on Instagram. That way, when YouTube content begins to come out, you will be able to be one of the first people to be notified about that.
Yes.
And David's, thank you. David's YouTube channel, Drunk Mantiques, is listed down in the description. Every guest this evening, if they have a YouTube channel, it is linked. If they have an Instagram, everybody does. That is also linked for you guys to make it easy on yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
And guys, I think I was like 30 away from 2,000 followers over on Instagram. So if you guys aren't following me, please, like, I just love to hit that 2,000 if I could.
Yeah, let's get Jason to 2,000 on Insta.
Please,
Yes, go follow Jason on Insta.
Thank you.
Every little bit helps us in the algorithm over there, especially. So that love is very appreciated.
Yes, thank you. Please, did you ever have that where you were near that number and then you'd go to bed and wake up and you were missing one or two and you're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, and then it's like 20 minutes later, it's back up one or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. You live in Loveland. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, Loveland is up closer to the mountains, 89 degrees today, snowing in the mountains this evening. Yeah, we're actually supposed to, Colleen, get snow tomorrow here, I found out. So
oh, cute.
I'm over it.
So Jason,
I just saw Laura Pinwheel Vintage is in the chat. Hey, Laura. Hey.
What? I didn't see. Oh, there's Laura Wright.
No, wait, hold on. Laura Pinwheel Vintage, she should be. Yeah, Laura Wright. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, Pinwheel Vintage. Yep, she's in the chat. I had to move it. Yep.
Everybody say hello to Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Hey, Laura girl, what are you doing?
So, Jason, you are thinking about going to Colorado?
Well, yes. Actually, I'll be completely forthright. I had a liver transplant. I had a liver transplant February a year ago. I was diagnosed with non-alcoholic cirrhosis of the liver prior to COVID, and then got very sick and got my transplant. So since I'm still under like 2 years, I still have to get the okay from my doctors. So I will have my follow-up in June, and then, then that will be when the question is asked, and they'll either sink it or swim it. It has to do with altitude and things like that. And
Sure.
especially the big C for people like me taking the medicine that I do. So enough about all that jazz. But yes, as long as I get it all clear, I'm all clear. So
we're looking forward to that.
Yep.
Yes. And even, like I said, even if you don't, we're still going to have you guys out here. So no worries.
Yep. And then if I can't, you all got to come. You got to come here because
That's
Michael's here. We're here. We're all here in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, David and I love to road trip you guys.
Thank
and
you.
That was the thing with the traveling button. We used to travel so much, and we traveled for weddings, originally in our first small business, and then post COVID, we were loving traveling, finding vintage. And then during COVID, we were like, oh, so it's been a real bummer not being able to travel, but we're taking our first trip next month. We're going out to LA. It's going to be super fun. And looking forward to just picking on the way out. We're driving. So we're going to pick on the way out, pick on the way home, see my friend Amy, see David's mom and sister on the way back. It's going to be a good trip. So I'm really looking forward to being able to travel and find you guys cool stuff on the road.
And
that would be really amazing.
Yeah.
And if I could just digress for a moment, Christy, I saw you said your husband is suffering from it. Listen, he'll get through it. Just listen to the doctors, whatever they tell him to do. Trust me, listen to the doctors. And that's another thing with the YouTube. I would probably also chronicle what it is like to deal with something like that and be a business owner, hopefully in a positive aspect, so that I could show people that, suffer with different things, that you can still function and make things work in a positive way. So,
yeah.
Oh, no doubt about that. You can be an inspiration. I mean, really and truly.
Truly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. No. My flipping van life is saying, are there any reseller rallies coming up? Yes, there are.
Mm-hmm.
There's several coming up, as a matter of fact. We were just talking about one. One in Colorado. There is Ohio. We will be also going back to that. I think there might be a mini one in between there, snuck in there somewhere. I could be mistaken. Don't quote me on that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd really like to get out to Ohio. I've never been out there. I've
too.
heard that is really good pickings out there when they have Springfield out there in Ohio. I've heard it's good stuff.
I gotta be honest, like the first day, I really was not finding a lot. It's and I guess we just weren't hitting the right booze or whatnot, but things were kind of they were a little spendy. But that last day, there was sales.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that's where it was fun. But the antique mall, oh my gosh, that place was amazing.
Right. And that's the untapped, everybody ends up going, even when we have our extravaganzas here, they'll go to the Kutztown or they'll go to the Reddingers. And actually some of the best things are in the malls. Even if I wasn't a shop owner, I would encourage anybody, if you go to a Brimfield or if you go to, Ohio, or you come to Pennsylvania, if you're going to those grounds outside, please check the local malls around. Those people are stocking, and that's where you're going to sneak in and find that deal while everyone else is out in the fields, trying to find those items.
Becky, Springfield, Missouri, you said you're going to be there next week. That's actually where David and I lived before we moved here. So that is, Becky, if you can hit Relics, I don't know if you've been to Relics, but Relics in Springfield, Missouri is great. And then the STD fleas, if they're still there, those were our favorites.
The what?
Yeah.
The STDs.
The
STDs. Oh, yeah, okay. I won't forget that name.
That's when you want to go to the STD flea.
Gotcha.
But
we got the kitchelitis, the STD fleas. Oh my God.
Itchy.
Never will we be invited to host Flippin and Sippin.
Yeah, there's a lot, Becky, in Springfield, Missouri. So have a blast. That is our old stomping grounds. Yeah. And if you go down to Branson, which is only 30 minutes from Springfield, there's some good antiquing down there too. Now, we weren't really fans of the shows or the entertainment or anything, but we definitely loved Branson for antiquing. So,
okay. Well, thank you, Catherine. Well, Jason, we are getting now to that time. Our next guest is waiting patiently in the wings. Where can we see you next? What if?
There he is.
Jason, have you seen
Hi, belligerent. Hi, belligerent Cupid. I love the size of your tree. He has got some girth.
Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it. Man to man, that's right. Girthy. Whoa, okay. We're gonna put you away now.
I'll be back on Sunday with Allison, Skeleton Keys in the Closet, over on Instagram at 5 p.m. Eastern for our monthly sale.
Okay, cool.
And then on Monday, oh goodness, I'm a busy man. Then on Monday, I will be with Steph, Crazy for Kitsch. Her and I have a monthly sale. I don't remember what time that is, but I'll promote. Then I'm with the Treasure Hunters on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. That is with Sherry, Time for Treasures, the very lovely Molly, Two Good Friends, Vintage, and then Bill of Garden Guy Bill.
Ooh, nice.
And then I hit that iron, get all ready for the big night, Thursday night at 8 p.m. on YouTube, the Vintage Quartet. We are going to get our kitsch on, guys. We're going to have some great vintage, some glass, some kitsch, all the goodies. Watch for our promos, and it'll be with the very lovely Sarah, the Traveling Button, myself, and David, Junk Drunk Mantiques, and then we'll mention who else will be with us as we get closer to that Thursday.
I feel like you guys, the Vintage Quartet, catch the kitchulitis. Like that's your new tagline.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I didn't mean to give us the kitchulitis, but
you know what, Jason? I've been afflicted with it for many years.
Too.
I just didn't know what it was called, honey. So now we know.
Too. I know. I have the ointment, and I won't take it. I'm like, Tina, put that ointment down. I am gonna own my kitchulitis.
Tina, you get the ointment for our kitchulitis, girl.
I'm just gonna scratch that rash. Got it.
And guys, Michael, thank you so much for having me. And
thank you, Jason.
And Fatbird Finds, I love you, ladies. Thank you so much for allowing me to come on here with Michael. And Michael, thank you for allowing me to come on when you were covering for them. And Sarah, love you and David. And thank you guys so much.
We love you guys too.
Thank you, Jason. You have a good night, all right? Good night, Tina.
She said goodbye.
Bye, Tina. We love you, girl.
Bye, guys.
Good night. Alrighty, guys. Well, we are down to our last guest. However, she's a special lady. Yes, she is. Who could it be? She's been waiting to pop up. Oh, she got a look too. Go ahead. It's the one, the only, and she is serving it tonight, you guys.
She serves it every night, y'all. What? Oh my God, Amy, I love the wig. That is the best.
Well, it was prom night on Doll Inclusive. Cole and I got our dolls ready for prom. We designed designer gowns for the dolls. So I just went all out and I decided, hey, a couple hours from now, I'm going to be showing up again. Might as well keep my look going. So here I
love it. I love it. It's so fun.
Thank you.
I love, and it's totally you. I can totally can see you with that color.
Yeah, I've gone a little, Auburn before, but it's hard to maintain.
It's ginger. It's ginger from Gilligan's. I see it.
Yes, right?
Yes, she's got the print and everything.
Love it. Well, welcome.
Oh yeah, they are digging it, Amy. They are digging it.
Surprise! When I went upstairs to tell my husband, I'm like, okay, honey, before I get to top the stairs, are you awake? Because I'm coming up in a big wig and I don't want to startle you. And he's like, okay. And I get up and he's like, where did you get that? I said, well, remember I wore it on our third date when I was in a full ball gown as Giselle from Enchanted at the mansion where I nannied and I threw that big Halloween party. And he's like, oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, is that where the wig came from?
Yeah, I had it made at a Hollywood wig shop so that I could be Giselle back when it was the.
Oh my gosh, that's 100% now. I totally see. Now I can't unsee that.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So great.
Well, how are you doing this evening? You guys, welcome on board Amy from Amy's Rock and Pop Shop. Again, you heard me say it several times this evening, and I'm going to repeat it one last time. Down below in the description, you will find Amy's YouTube channel link as well as her Instagram page. All you have to do is click those little blue links, subscribe, follow. I'm telling you, you are missing out on an amazing time if you are not following Amy. There's such a wide variety. You bring a lot of really interesting content, Amy. Like, you really, truly do.
Oh, thank you.
It's entertaining, it's instructional, it's fun.
Yes.
It's like, it's weird, but like in the best sense of weird. Like, adult inclusive is a great example. Like, again, nobody's doing that
Yeah.
to the way in which you and Cole are doing that. So it's so fun to watch. It really, truly is.
I tell her all the time that she's my pioneer friend, because Amy's the first one to like reach out and get me going a lot of times. Amy is one of the ones, along with Michael and Missy, that got me over here to YouTube, and Amy taught me how to use it. And yeah, I am grateful for your pioneering, girl, because it's been awesome.
Well, speaking of pioneering, I know I said I wasn't going to be like saying anything about this, Sarah, but then I got myself in a position, so I'm going to say something.
Okay.
So,
okay, here we go.
Speaking of pioneering, oh, thank you so much, Freddie Fines. Yes, yes. And Boots is doing really well, by the way. He ended up not needing the surgery, but we have the money held right now because he goes back for his checkup on Monday. And then if he doesn't officially need the surgery, then we'll have his human keep part of it for his needs, his special needs, and then we'll give the rest to my local cat rescue here in LA. But that's that update. Anyway, so yeah, like when you guys had Vintage Rescue Squad way back a while ago, and the Antique Nomad was talking about what's not, because I'm like, I'm all about being up on the latest technology and trends and things. So I went over there and I'm like, there's not really that much happening, but whatever. I put it in my back pocket. And then recently I revisited it, and I'm just going to tell you guys, I have been over there shopping for like 2 weeks. Okay. I applied, and then I've been networking. And then yesterday, a new reseller was like, hey, if anybody wants a referral. And I'm like, I do. So he referred me today. So I'm waiting, still waiting. But I have the most awesome place I've been shopping. I don't even want to give it up, but I'm telling you guys, this format is the future. Mark my words. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, they're all going to want to adopt this model because everything is automated.
It's really cool. So Amy told me about this recently, and we've been talking about it, and I knew that she was thinking about branching out, because I think that's important too. When this is your full-time gig, like all of us, you know, you have to keep not only, you know, your YouTube content solid, but Instagram, and you need to find other ways to branch out, whether it's eBay and whatever. So Amy found Whatnot, and she's like, Sarah, you have to check this out. So sure enough, I downloaded the app. I was watching an auction earlier today, and it was all salt and pepper shakers, and they were all like $3 and $5. And some of them were great, some of them weren't. But the point is, as a reseller, holy cow, what a great place to find goodies, you know?
It's the format. It's like, you as the reseller type in the name of your item, and then you start the auction, and then me as the buyer, I'm clicking, you know, bid $5, bid $6. You can put in a custom amount. People are bidding. And then every time that you get down to the last 10 seconds, it will restart the auction 12 more seconds if someone else bids. And that keeps happening until there's no more bidding. And then boom, Amy's Rock and Pop Shop won. And then the app generates the shipping label. You just print it out. They collect the money. The buyer has to input their payment information before they're even allowed to participate. And you're paid, you know, it's like it's a done deal.
Really cool.
And there's no more taking notes and all the guesswork and all the stuff. And I'm telling you that these other platforms that we're on, unfortunately, like, look, they're probably going to adopt this in the next year or two, because they're going to want to get in on our live selling game. So I want to get in on the ground floor of this new format. I really think it's going to be happening.
Yeah,
shout out to my friends, because I promised them at Kennedy's Castle, I am obsessed with the Glass Man Pimp. I got a fine piece of glass.
So Amy sends me this video earlier and she's like, Sarah, I'm one of the ring girls at Whatnot. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing over there, dude? She's like, Sarah, look. So she sends me this video and this guy's like, we got so-and-so in the house. And he's like a radio DJ personality almost. And he's like, Amy's one of my ring girls. And I'm like, oh, honey, oh my God.
Sarah's like, I'm concerned, but
I'm like, Amy, what are we doing over here?
I'm
But
obsessed. I'm obsessed with the glass man pimp and his glass girl at Kennedy's Castle. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing the last couple of weeks. So
it's fine.
My secret has been revealed, and I got me a 21-inch one glass face last night. Shipping $1. Because your first item is what your shipping base price is, and every item after that is $1 more. $1.
Does the seller pay? Like, how do you?
We don't know.
The platform collects the shipping and generates the label. So they, I guess, make up whatever difference, if there is a difference. And you just print the label out, put it on your box. I think when you list your items, you do it on the fly if you want, right then and there. But you got to weigh it before, I guess. And then you put like, this item weighs 10 ounces and you type it in. And everybody over there, they're like cool with you. Just, I'm going to type this in. And a lot of people are just showing the items and their face is not on there, but that can all change and evolve. Like we start coming over there and we show them how it's done, that place can just blow up. And I know a lot of other categories are really blowing up over there, but they're trying to get the vintage thing going. So I feel like we all need to go over there and show them how it's done.
Yes.
Because you were saying, definitely, yeah, because George was talking, because George was on there too. And
yeah, that's how I heard about it, was when he was on Vintage Rescue Squad. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to go check this out. But there was nothing happening then. But now it's
there's a lot of Pokemon cards.
Sarah, read that. Read that. Amy, read that.
What? No. Seriously? That's the deal? Okay, that's amazing. Because I was like, somewhere you're going to eat shipping, I bet. But no, looks like no. Okay, that's amazing.
Wow. That's
insane. I think that it is a really, if you haven't checked it out, just go see it for the format alone. There's not a ton of vintage there yet.
Yes.
But you guys, there is an opportunity. Amy and I have been talking about this. There's definitely an opportunity. Antique Nomad had a sale, bought 20 items from George. See, I mean, yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. And I think the more of us that maybe head over there once a week or something to do a sale,
that are doing vintage, because that's the thing. Because when I did, when I was looking at it, it's like right now, it seems like their core demographic are like dudes that are like,
gamer.
30 to,
it's a lot of gamer people and Funko cards and stuff like that. But it's growing. And Amy's right. Like the first time I checked it out, there was not much. And then recently when we got to talking about it again, I downloaded it from the link Amy sent me, and there's more than there was the last time I looked.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I want to do is finally clean out my storage units, because I've got stuff that's not necessarily vintage. It might be early 2000s or 90s and stuff. And I can do that stuff there and get rid of it, find it a home, and go live for my storage unit and stuff. So I'm kind of like, if I can get approved, that's what I'm going to be doing.
So Laura, Amy, maybe you can answer that question. I don't know. Or Zeno.
I would assume so, because it's a legit application, and like really big YouTubers and other categories have been going live there that have like,
thousands,
millions of subscribers or whatever. And I've heard that they get they offer, what do you call it, sponsorships for Whatnot and stuff when you are a big seller. So
really?
Oh, wow. Cool.
Well, I think that there's a ton of opportunity, and I do think that Amy's right. The format that they use is really, really nice. I have yet to bid on anything over there, but I've just been kind of lurking and watching. And it's basically a nice quick countdown too, because they'll put up a counter of 1:30, kind of like Laura and Mary-Beth do, right?
Yeah.
They counter. and then the counter times down or whatever, and then like Amy said, it'll extend like a soft close by 10 seconds if there's another bid in that last 10 seconds. But yeah, there's some deals to be had, and there's some cool stuff, and I think the more people that just know about it as another outlet, it can't hurt, you know. And I think the more people that head over there for vintage, the better it's going to be eventually. It just takes time, like anything new. eBay was slow starting too once upon a time, and now everybody knows what eBay is, you know.
And they also have a sudden death auction option, so you can choose for your item what you want it to be, and that there is no restarting. It just, when it ends, it ends. So
that's cool. Ruthie asked, doesn't the seller get paid fast also? I have no idea. Do you know, Aim?
I'm not sure. I haven't. I'm talking to a guy privately now through Instagram that I can ask him those questions. So
cool. Zeno says you can also pick the timer length. Okay. Yeah, the guy I was watching today was doing like 1.5-minute countdowns, and it was just like one after another. It was fun.
I think the ones I go to are like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That's interesting. There's also buy it now. You can list items to sell or pre-bid before the live. Wow, that's so. I think what I like most about it though is it especially, and I have to be honest with you, it is from the seller's aspect, is the fact that the information is on file, so you can't even bid until you put in information into the system. And once that information, like, I don't have to send you an invoice.
We don't have to track anybody down. You don't have to look for the invoice and pay it. It's just like, you know, you bought something on Amazon or through Apple Pay. It's like as soon as you want it, it's charged and everything is done.
Yeah.
For you as the buyer.
It's really neat.
So I'll be getting my first batches of stuff. I think I've got stuff waiting at the post office, but I got dolls. I got vintage dolls. I got depression glass. I got stuff I would never really buy before, but it's like, hey, now I've got the boxes to reship it in and the packing material too. It's all there.
There you go. There you go, girl.
Wow, that's so, and you're like literally sourcing from the comfort of your home.
Yeah.
Which works for me because I can't go all
well, and that's what Brett says in the comments. At the very least, it could be a good way to clear your death pile or storage unit. Yep. Exactly.
For now. But I mean, I saw things going with Kennedy's Castle, like silver. Silver was like bidding up like $100, $200 silverware. Marbles. I never knew marbles or anything. They buy a pound of marbles and they pay a lot for it.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, so you can actually, Zeno is saying, oops, sorry. Sandra, we're talking about, just whatnot. It's an app that's on the phone, but it is a live auction format. So it is essentially what would be happening is that Whatnot has you pre-register as a buyer and you enter in your credit information. And just like you would watch on your YouTube live sales, things will go up for auction. They are a countdown. Sarah, I was literally about to touch my screen, like right there. What am I doing? But yeah, it's an app, Whatnot. It's a free app that anybody can do, but yeah.
Yeah, and you can make a little commercial. So buyers are just going through and seeing what shows are coming up. And then there's a little commercial for it. You can do your preview.
Yeah. There is a browser for the website. Yeah. But you do have to use your phone to go live. So you can use PayPal as a payment.
They charge the sales tax. I paid it as the buyer, so I guess the app handles it. I'm not sure.
Well, Donna, you know what? Just like any other auction, though, it's only, you know, the prices are only going to be what people are worth paying.
Yeah.
And, you know, if there's like 4 people and they're all going after the same thing, then the price increases. If there's only one person that's interested in it, well, then the price stays what it is.
Yeah.
The auctions I go to at Kennedy's Castle, it's like $3, $4 starting prices because they bought a huge storage unit from a guy that was a reseller for 20 years. So they're going to have stuff forever.
Cool.
And they paid one flat rate so they can afford to price things for resellers. So
get it out. So they're
Kennedy's Castle.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with the glass man pimp and his glass girl.
Girl, you're a ring girl now. You're official.
But that's the real reason I'm dressed like this, okay?
Okay. I'm not here to judge. Get the money how you get the money, girl.
I love it.
No shame and no game. Nope.
They got that fine piece of glass. All right. Well, I guess we better get to my mystery box because I don't know how much time I have. 10
All right,
minutes.
good. We've got 9 minutes yet.
All right, Amy. What you
Okay.
got?
All right. Amy's
right,
got a mystery box, guys.
Here's my mystery box. All right. It is 5 pounds. No, what is it? 5 pounds, 3 ounces, 12 by 12 by 9. Okay. I'm starting it at $50, and I'm going to tell you some clues about what's in it. First of all, you're
$50,
getting
guys.
a small 5.5 inch ish Amy's Rock and Pop Shop doll. So that's worth $50 right there.
Yeah, it is.
Then you're getting a virtual seat at my virtual cone doll workshop. You can pick either May 7th or May 14th, and it will happen virtually with other makers.
That's cool.
So that's included. That's $50 right there. So now we're up to $100. Then you're getting a signed copy of my husband's book, 3 Dog Nightmare. That's a $40 value.
What?
Then we've got an autographed 5x7 of my husband. And then those of you who don't know, Chuck Negron, formerly of the band 3 Dog Night. CD from Chuck. What else? Oh, a little kit to make one small cone doll.
Oh, that's fun.
And it's for beginners. So you don't even have to have the crazy skills. I've already covered the cone for you. I've made the arms. You're just going to glue it together, glue on the trim, glue the head on, and pop in the accessory. So
that's cool.
There for you. The head is a vintage made in Japan.
Nice.
There might be a Viking glass bowl. There might be
Dang.
a seasonal figurine.
A what figurine, Amy?
A Flippn seasonal figurine.
Uh-oh. So Flippn, Viking glass, Amy dolls, and more.
There might. I mean, I'm so extra. If I'm going to bring it, I'm going to bring it big.
That's right.
I'm not surprised.
So, you know, I got to try to outdo Michael, but I already had my stuff done when his was already, so whatever. I wasn't trying.
Well, Jason.
Anyway, and there might be a few other little kitschy surprises inside.
Oh.
So thank you guys all so much for your bids. We're at 100 with Gia. So
well, the doll alone is worth it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's count it down. And yeah, because Michael came at me last minute, like, what are you doing tomorrow night at 11:30? I'm like, what?
But
yeah, we were all like,
you know what though? Well, it's still 23 hours. But I was about to say, well, you had the most time. It doesn't really matter because you're still in the same time zone. But I mean, technically, you found out before anybody else did.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I brought it. So here we go. Let's count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 is the loneliest number
that she ever knew.
Looking for the bid end.
Oh, gee, you got that 120 just in case.
Yeah, it has her 120 JIC. No, it's not the drummer.
Not the
it's
drummer.
One of the 3 lead singers. The one with the iconic mustache.
Chuck.
The voice of Jeremiah was a bullfrog. And there's our bid end. So Gia, thank you so much and congratulations. This mystery box is yours for $100. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Yay, congrats, Gia. That's awesome. It sounds like some really amazing stuff in there, Amy. Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised. I mean, look at her choice in wigs. How can you go wrong?
Right?
I mean, come on.
So good.
Well, you got us amped on this whatnot now. I mean,
I can't keep things to myself. I just can't. I'm too excited.
It sounds like Zeno is also amped on whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So Zeno, if you can
well, George is selling on those.
Yeah. He said if George doesn't, he's gonna. So
okay, Zito, get it.
I know. So that's why I'm like, we'll meet you there because it's really pretty cool. I mean, I will vouch for that. It's neat.
Yeah, let's be honest. I'm obsessed with the Glass Man Pimp and his Glass Girl.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to bring them over to Wicked Good Vintage. I mean, I'm gonna have to do a.
Well, you got people downloading the app now, girl. But see, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take like sellers going on there with the vintage,
Yeah.
but it's going to take the viewers on there to really let the vintage
Make it
sellers know,
succeed
hey,
for
that this
vintage,
is worth it. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
going to be great for both buyers and sellers. It's seamless, and we need to make it the next big thing.
Okay,
It's
I'm
gonna
down.
happen anyway, I think. But we need to
I'm
make it
down.
for our vintage community.
I wonder if they let you do like how we're doing right now. Like, could you have 3 sellers? Maybe they're
I
not
don't know about
set
3, but I know 2, but I don't know. I haven't seen anybody doing it, but I know that I've heard people, well, the guy that is referring me,
up. Okay.
he said, hey, if you get accepted, maybe we can try the 2 seller thing. And I'm like, yeah, of course. And then Kennedy's Castle was telling other people, hey, if you get, accepted, maybe we can try the 2 seller thing. And I'm like, I've been doing this for 2 years, you guys. I'll do it with you.
Heck yeah.
So yeah,
Now,
let's show them how it's
what
done.
is like the referral? Is that like you have like another seller has to say, I think that this person
Mm-hmm.
is
You have to get
really
approved to sell.
Well, you got to get approved, but a referral, I think that the seller gets some kind of a bonus or a kickback or some kind of a credit or some kind of a perk for successfully referring someone. And
oh,
I
okay.
had since I didn't even know the guy, but he was just like, if anybody wants to be referred, hit me up on Instagram. So I did. And then he's like, I really didn't know how this worked, but they're asking me for all your information. Like, are you comfortable giving me this? I don't know that you are. And I'm like, yeah, I have a business. It's fine. It was like they wanted my name, they wanted my phone number, they wanted my email, my socials, my, where I sell, the platform addresses to where I sell. They wanted to know like how many items have I sold in the last 90 days because they want to know you're going to bring the volume. So,
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, they are not playing
They
around.
know you have inventory, she said. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, they're
So yeah,
going.
they asked all those
Okay.
questions when I applied on my own, but I've heard from just going into sales and seeing people chatting that it can take a month, and I heard 2 months, but then I heard if you get a referral, it can be quicker. So, and then there's also Pop Shop Live. It's another platform,
Okay.
but it looks like a lot more. They're more focused on brick and mortar stores, like they were helping them during the pandemic, and then influencers. But I see a lot of people that aren't really. They're just like us, just normal people. But I
Okay.
think it's probably a lot more curated as far as who gets to go on there.
Okay.
But I still applied. Like, why not get in?
Yeah.
And, just get in the queue and see what happens. So
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. I know Hanford Findings said I can't find sellers I want to watch. I know like you can favorite sellers just like you can on eBay. And then like the ones that I favorited a couple days ago now show up in kind of almost like a feed of who's live when you go on. It'll give like a little red ribbon to who's live. And then it will also show you if you follow them or subscribe to them or whatever the terminology is over there, it will show you what's upcoming too. And then on the upcoming ones, you can actually see some of them preload what's coming up and you can go ahead and pre-bid on it. If you can't make it to the live, you can throw in
What?
Yeah, dude, it's amazing.
yeah, you can list all your items with photos.
Yeah.
Previous to your live so that people know what you're bringing and what price you're starting it at.
I'm sorry, but if you can't make it to someone's sale and they do that, you can pre-bid if you're not there.
Yeah.
Y'all, now that's what I'm talking about.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so it's the next, it's gonna be the next thing, and it's gonna be, I see these other platforms building their own version so that they can cash in on what we're doing,
Well, and
they can
when
get
you
a
think
cut.
about with Instagram, like where Amy and I started with lives, Instagram's format is just, I mean, let's be honest, it's just not quite as friendly. You've got words over the person on the bottom. And you know what I mean? Like that stinks. Like I know a lot of people too, if you're watching on a phone, you're just like this. So that was one thing I appreciated too, looking at Whatnot just from my phone. It was easy. Like it's very,
Yeah.
concise. It's easy to bid. It's all very user friendly. Now, I know Zeno said some of the features maybe were not, like to go live with 2 people, he said was kind of hairy, but
yeah, I mean, it's gonna be, they got to get the bugs out. I mean, sometimes it's glitchy when I start to type a comment and then I try to get out of the comment to go back to bid, and I've lost out on some things before.
Yeah.
So there's bugs they got to get out. But first of all, I want to say, no one asked me for my social security number. That was not the question that the seller had to ask of me to submit. That was not. And then when you're looking for trying to find sellers, go to the estate sales and antiques section. That's what our section is called. There's also an arts and crafts section. So, but they ask you what your primary category would be. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Socials, yeah, as in what platforms. Yeah, sorry if I misled you. I didn't understand. That's what you Social.
Somebody else was talking about a social security number.
Social media.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They were like, girl, don't give out your social. They got your back.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. But no, I'm sorry. That was just not the right terminology for, I mean, that was what they asked. They call it that, but that's what they mean.
Yeah.
So if you go in and apply, don't put your social security number in.
They'd be like, excuse me?
Yeah. No, if you're doing a platform like, PayPal, because you're a seller and you have to put that in for tax purposes, that's different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Amy, I am excited. I'm glad that you brought this up tonight.
Know.
I think a lot of people appreciated it too. Because, we were just checking it out. Like, it was really one of those things. I went to my first auction over there today, and I was like, these are all like $2 and $3 items. Like,
I'm gonna invest more time into that.
Yeah, you should check it out.
Okay.
Castle.
Who is the shaker guy I was watching earlier?
Was it Diversified?
Yes, it was that one, Amy, the Diversified one.
He's good. He's my other favorite.
This is the one.
That's the glass pimp. I got a fine piece of glass.
This is the one that has gotten Amy to be a ring girl.
Okay.
But you can see tomorrow, costume, jewelry, brooches, and more. And then we've got.
What category is it under? Is it under the miscellaneous, or is it?
No, it's under estate sales and antiques. Diversified sellers. I've bought a bunch of dolls for him.
So that's the category they added from the last time that I was in the app.
Nightly picker is, in fact,
if you
my friend who's referring me.
Categories, guys, right here. And you go under and whatnot down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why it's hidden.
It is. It's the one.
But once you're in, you can scroll through the sales.
So and whatnot includes coins and money, keyboards, vinyl records, and then see down here we've got estate sales and antiques. That's the one that I had tapped on, and then when you've got estate sales and antiques, that it brings up the upcoming sales, and you can turn on a reminder. I mean, it's really user friendly, is what I think is fun. It's like what we're doing, but automated, and it's so cool.
So the app is literally taking care of, because I do get notifications. So when it's on your phone, you'll get a notification like Amy's live, Sarah's going live, so you're getting those notifications, but they're reliable notifications, at least from what I've noted.
So far, I mean, I've only been on 2 days, so
I always have notifications turned off on every app, so I don't have that going on.
Amy's like, please don't. I've got enough.
I want to know. I'll go look.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys, I think that's it for this installment of Flippin and Sippin. Wow, Amy, you really brought the fire there, sister friend. Not surprised. You guys, don't forget, next week, Flippin and Sippin is going to be back on Fat Bird Finds channel. So I want to let you know that when I say everybody's link is down below, the first links that you are going to see are actually to Fat Bird Finds. You're going to find both their YouTube and their Instagram page. If you are not subscribed to Fat Bird Finds for some reason, please make sure that you are following those two direct links. Subscribe and follow to their channel, to their Instagram page. You guys, they are hilarious. They are sincere and they are genuine ladies. They deserve all of the love, all of the support. Ladies, thank you for, again, entrusting us with your baby. We really do appreciate it. To all of our guests this evening, a huge personal thank you for bearing with me and coming on here so very last minute. You guys all did an amazing job. Amy, thank you, lady.
Thank
It is
you.
always a pleasure. Thank you. Sarah, girl, what can I say for being my co-host? I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys,
Thank you. Thank
thank
you. And
you.
Mary-Beth and Laura, thank you guys. And just all the watchers too. Honestly, I know like some of us are newer to the YouTube, and you guys have embraced us and just been so lovely to everybody I've done sales with, and I really love the community. So thank you all just for being lovely and gracious and kind and letting us fill in and giggle a bit and do some mystery boxes. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing Friday nights with you guys. Very fun.
No. And Amy, when can we see you next? Where and when can we see you next?
So really quick, Sunday I will be in real life at the Topanga Vintage Market here in Southern California, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is one of my dolls that I'm bringing. One of my little Christmas dolls with the little deer. So I have dolls, I have a little bit of vintage. And then on Monday, I have my talk show, The Vintage Dish, with my special guest, Jeanette from Sugar Bright Studios. And then, of course, on Wednesday, so that's at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, on Wednesdays, Wicked Good Vintage with my lovely co-host, the Traveling Button, Sarah, and our special guests, Cole Eugene from Kitschy Flower and Kawaii Kitschy Butterfly, Stacy. And then on Thursday, I will be doing the Maker's Sale with Jody and Pat Doodles, 7 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube. And then on Friday, my crafting show with Cole from Kitschy Flower on my channel, Amy's Rock and Pop Shop, at our new time, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. We craft. This was the creation that I made today. It was 80s prom. This is the 80s prom dress. And
love it.
I read a cute little evergreen vintage girl. So we make our creation and then we auction it off at the end. We invite you to craft with us, work on your own project, clean your house, whatever you need to get done. Let us motivate you. And then on Saturday, back on Instagram with Stephanie from Crazy for Kitsch, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And that is my week.
Get it, lady. Staying busy.
I love it.
Alrighty, Sarah Coleman, where can we see you next?
Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure I know. It will be Sunday night on The.Cult.Of.Vintage for Four-Eyed Vintage with Misty and David. And we each bring 10 fire items and auction them off. And it's a whole bunch of fun. So if you have not hung out for a Four-Eyed Vintage, please do. We get a little stupid sometimes, but it's all good. And then I have my talk show every Monday, which is right after Amy's Vintage Dish show. And it is Real Talk with Sarah. It's basically all about Instagram selling. I am a business coach on Instagram. If you didn't know, I am also the vintage shop coach. So I have run my own small business for 20 years. My husband and I were photographers before we ventured into the vintage realm. So I have a passion and a heart for small business, and I love helping people get off the ground and pay their bills like I'm doing. So if you're interested in anything like that, let me know. But my talk show's every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then Wednesdays, I'll be back with, my girl Amy right here for Wicked Good Vintage. And we will be doing quad sales all summer long. So it'll be Amy and I plus 2 guests. So it's always very fun. And then Amy, what do I have after that? Right. Thursday nights, duh, the Vintage Quartet. Amy's hungry half the time.
I'm like,
yeah, she's like, I don't know, Sarah. So every Thursday night at 8 p.m., Jason with Mother Tuckers, who you saw on here tonight, Mother Tucker's Antiques, hubby Junk Drunk, and we have a rotating guest in and out. Sometimes might be Amy, might be Michael, might be somebody from Instagram. You just never know who you're going to see. So that is every Thursday night at 8 p.m. here on YouTube. Again, YouTube community, thank you for loving us. Thank you for embracing us. Thank you for being so good to us. And we sure do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.
No, we appreciate you ladies. Like, seriously, it's always good to have different viewpoints and different interests and different eyes. I mean, you ladies really do bring something special to the table, and that really is truly sincere.
Thank you.
It has been such a pleasure. It really, really and sincerely has been such a pleasure. All right, guys, enough. So we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you to everybody that has stuck with us in the chat. Again, all of the links are down below. Remember, just because we are up here on the camera, we could not have been able to do that without you guys, all of your continued love and support. It really does mean the world to us. You keep us motivated. You keep us hustling. We really, truly appreciate you. Don't forget, next week, Flippin and Sippin is going to be back on Fatbird Finds. Remember, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know where to find them, guys. Thank you, everybody, so much, and we'll see you around. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Happy weekend.